Brian Sipe earned the honor of being named the NFL's most valuable player by leading his Browns to the top of the division last year. Today against Buffalo, he would call on his talented group of offensive stars like Mike Pruitt, Ozzie Newsome, Reggie Rucker, and number 85 Dave Logan to help pull Cleveland past Buffalo. The Bills, too, are a team on the rise, winning their division for the first time in 14 years last season. Multi-talented running back Joe Cribbs, veteran receiver Frank Lewis, and his speedy counterpart Jerry Butler, number 80, can pose problems for anyone. From Orchard Park, it's the clash of defending division champs, the defensive-minded Bills, against the explosive Browns. Buffalo, the home of a team talking proud, will have its gray flannel skies pierced by Brian Sipe and his Cleveland aerial circus. It has been 3 years since the Cleveland Browns met the Buffalo Bills on a football field. The Browns beat the old Bills 41-20 in 1978, but now they face a new Buffalo club, a club that now features the shotgun formation, the ability to strike quickly from anywhere on the field, and a man who was last season's Rookie of the Year. He's a flash named Joe Cribbs, number 20. This would be a sensational day for the gifted back from Auburn. This 58-yard catch and carry put the Bills up 6-0 at the end of the first quarter when the point after was missed. In the 70s, the Bills were the worst team in the AFC, losing more games than anyone. But last season, all of that frustration was erased when the Bill defense and Joe Cribbs launched them to a division title. After his lightning quick touchdown, Cribbs was added again early in quarter number 2. The Browns couldn't stop him, but finally the Orchard Park restraining wall did. Cribbs had done it again. Only Earl Campbell outgained Cribbs in the AFC last season, but certainly Earl does not have Little Joe's pass-catching ability. He is perhaps the most versatile back in football, and he was a big reason why the Bills were the best third-down team in the NFL last year. This 15-yarder was the result of great Joe Ferguson play-faking and the fact that Cribbs had single coverage by linebacker Don Good, number 50. A linebacker on Joe Cribbs has always been a pleasant sight for Bill fans. Buffalo had jumped out to a quick 13-0 advantage, but after an exchange of punts, Brian Sipe got Cleveland moving with a little help from Ricky Feature, number 83, who beat double coverage for a long gain. In a battle that pitted the second-ranked defense of the AFC against the conference's second-ranked offense, apparently Cleveland's attack had pierced Buffalo's defense for a touchdown of their own. Mike Pruitt waltzed in from 11 yards out, but the score was nullified when Cleveland's left tackle Doug Deacon was whistled for holding. Watch the play again and keep your eye on number 73 as Deacon did hold the charging Sherman White, number 83. Matt Barr managed a field goal which cut the Bill lead to 10 as the first half came to a close. In the second half, well, it was just plain weird. Halloween had supposedly ended the night before, but there seemed to be a tingle of strangeness left over which pervaded the final 30 minutes. Turnovers, turnarounds, and bizarre turns of events seemed to crop up out of nowhere on virtually every play. It all started when first-half hero Joe Cribbs fumbled twice in the third quarter. Next, Cleveland gained 39 yards on a pass play where the ball wasn't even caught. Mario Clark, number 29, was flagged for pass interference, and Cleveland first went backwards 9 yards and then gained nothing on a pass that was caught in the end zone. All very strange. Ozzie Newsome caught the ball all right, but yet another holding penalty erased the touchdown. Things had to settle down to normal, right? Wrong. Dave Logan, number 85, caught a 22-yarder, and somehow Cleveland could not gain an inch. The reason? This time it wasn't a holding penalty. He caught the ball out of bounds. A field goal managed to put a temporary halt to the bizarre goings-on on the field. But when Sipe and the Browns took over once more, it was time for another fumble when number 57, Lucius Sanford, leveled Sipe. Buffalo couldn't recover the fumble, but Sipe couldn't recover his senses. He left the game for a few moments, and backup Paul McDonald, number 16, came in, just in time to be a part of yet another weirdo play of the second half. Cleveland had the ball, but the Bills scored. Not even McDonald deserved a break today. An intentional grounding call in the end zone is ruled an illegal forward pass, so the Bills came away with 2 points. After all the peculiar happenings, the Bills had grabbed a pair of points, while Cleveland netted 3. It was time for something new. Another big pass play for Cleveland without the receiver making the catch. This time, number 28, Rufus Bess, was the man who interfered, and finally Sipe threw for a touchdown that was not called back. Newsome, Cleveland's leading receiver, waited for the flag, but this time it never came. And another look reveals that just before Sipe released his perfect pass, he was hit by blitzing Steve Freeman. Newsome's touchdown cut the Buffalo lead to a mere 2. But then suddenly and dramatically, Joe Cribbs came to the rescue for the 3rd time in the game. It was the greatest day ever for Cribbs, who finished the game with 163 yards on pass receptions and another 85 on the ground. The result, nearly 250 yards gained and 3 touchdowns scored. The Bills now led by 9. With time running out, Sipe tried desperately to pull off the patented cardiac kid miracle. Mario Clark came up with the interception, and finally a very strange game had come to an end. For the Bills, the victory was critical, for they managed to stay within a half game of division-leading Miami, while Cleveland dropped into last place in the AFC Central at 4-5. When these two teams meet again, perhaps another 3 years from now, Cleveland will certainly remember one number, number 20, Joe Cribbs. Final score, Buffalo 22, Cleveland 13.